Hello folks and welcome back to Roller Coaster Tycoon. We are here in Corkscrew Follies, and last time we took a look at Haunted Harbor. I actually really enjoyed that scenario. It's the one that's in the background right now. Well, not anymore, but I really enjoyed it. We're on to Fun Fortress. So let's take a look and see what we have there. It's a castle to turn into your own theme park. We have 1,300 guests in the park at the end of October year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. Let's go in. We're going to pause this one. And I have to see if I remember what's going on with this one. I actually don't. There was another castle one, I think it's in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, that I absolutely loved. I'll be honest, I have no memory of this park whatsoever. So let's take a look and see, is there any other land that we can get? Nope. This is what we have. And we have a mix of the Egyptian kind of theming and yeah. We have a little fortress, a little flat area here. This one should be interesting because there's a lot to go into this park to get it to function. And there's a walkway going around the whole top, which I'm going to turn off by removing this pathway here. Just making sure there's no other way to get to it. We're also going to remove this pathway so that people can't get into this area. And that should lock that down for the most part. So let's go in here. And then we'll unpause. And we're just going to remove all of the current pathing that exists there, because I don't want it. And we're going to get rid of that spot right there so that we can make sure we get this top one. And we're going to remove the path around the entire top of this thing. And again, the only reason we're going to go through and do this, and it's a lot of work, but the only reason we're doing it, the work, is because it's going to make us some money. Each spot we remove is worth 10. So we have that one removed. So we're going to go over to that spot. And we're going to remove all the way around the edge of the park here. I just don't see a reason for keeping this pathway open. So we're just going to remove it. We're keeping the integrity of the park the same. It hasn't changed at all. But we're just going to go through and remove all of the, what I deem unnecessary parts of this park, which there's a lot of pathing that doesn't really give us anything longer term. So we're almost done that part. And now we can focus back on this area, which is the actual amusement park area of the park. So we have that. Let's see. We're just going to keep this path going out straight for a bit. We'll figure out exactly what we want to put in all these spots here in just a moment. But let's pause the game again. You can see that we're up, but we made $2,000 just by removing that pathing. Let's take a look and see what rides we have. I don't think I've built a single transportation ride. I know I've removed some, but I don't think I've built a single one since we've been playing this series. We have a lot of really good general rides, so nothing too big a deal there. We're mainly looking at 3 or 4 that are going to be really good for us. Coaster-wise, oh, we're solid. Look at those. I'm very happy. We have the wooden roller coaster, which is the Twister one. We have the wooden Wild Mouse, and we have that. Okay, we're going to probably focus on the wooden one. Thrill rides are lacking, and water rides are solid. So, we have to check there. And all of this is solid, too. We have food, drink, we have restrooms and info, and we also have souvenir area. So we're going to focus our research primarily just on thrill rides. We'll max that out. And then we're going to have to figure out how we want to decide to build in this park. I think what makes the most sense right now is to have a coaster exist in this little pocket over here. It's our only real pocket of flat land, but it's also out of the way of everything else. So I think we can get a little coaster somewhere in there. No big deal. This area, I'm thinking we could flatten this out and build a nice-ish park in there. And same with this area, flatten it out, build a nice-ish park in there. I think that's what I want to do. Not really positive on that, but let's explore those ideas a little bit. So we're going to start off by building a coaster, I think, which is very different for me. If you've watched any of these videos, you know that the first thing I usually like to do is go through and build the pathing and all that stuff. But we removed all the pathing, so that's not an option. So let's unpause the game. We'll go in and build that in place. And then we can build in a coaster that hopefully is super fun and does all of the things we need to do. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to. I don't want this to drop right into the wall, but I also don't want a little S-bend to be it. So we're going to go like this, I think. And then we can drop that down. And we'll figure out where exactly we're going in here from that spot. Let's take a look here. We've already spent far too much money on this coaster, but that's okay. This is going to be our big money maker, at least for the beginning stages of this park. There we go. And we'll get this one to fit in there, no problem. And I'm just trying to get this thing to cycle back in on itself. Can we do it? No, we can't there. All right, let's have that, see if we can curve that this away. All right, I think we can have this drop down. Nope. All right, so let's have it go in here, because then we can have it slide in this area. All right, we'll go in here. That should get us close to where we want to be. No, we're underneath the lift hill. That's not where I want to be. I want to be... Okay, so we can do that and have it come up and hopefully drop down. There we go. So we'll do that. I think we're actually just going to do a brake run at this point and have it drop into the station. So it's a little high, so we'll lower it down a bit. And then we can have it go into brakes. And our height is 30, correct? Well, I guess we'll find out. There we go. And then there'll be some more brakes. And how long of a station do we have? We have enough for... Oh yeah, we got enough. Okay, so we have that. Our entrance and our exit are all set up perfectly. Cool. Let's go through and paint these. I'm not digging the green color. We are a fan of the tan. And I think we're going to go with a red. And we're going to do different colors per train. So of that, we'll have a dark purple, which I really dig that color in this game. And then let's go with moss green. All right, we'll speed up the lift hill. We'll test that out and see how it does. And that used up a significant portion of our budget, but I'm okay with that because it will pay us off here longer term. And what we're going to do, even if we have to take out a loan for some of this, we'll flatten out this area here so that we're able to go in and connect it with the rest of this area. So we're going to get rid of this pathing here for right now at least. And we'll go in and do something like that. Alright, I did not watch the first train at all, so let's watch the second train and see how it does. This ride absolutely does not require or demand 3 trains, but that's okay. We're going to put them on there anyway. Mainly just for capacity. It moves pretty nicely through all that. Okay, it's not too bad. High, very high. That's perfect. All right, so let's go in here. We'll get the 320. So we can make our $3. And we're going to make that $6 as far as the excitement goes. That sounds about right. We're just going to call it Twister, because I'm not feeling very creative right now. I do want to do the math, so 72 seconds. 2 divided by 3 gives us 24. So we're going to bring that down to like 22 as the max time and 18 as the min time. And then that ride is opened up. And I believe we can open our park now. And we have about $2,000 to build on the rest of the stuff. Now, the rest of the stuff being... So we have that. This is going to, what, be $4? Yeah. All right, so we have info kiosk. We'll have a bathroom. And then we'll put in our food spots here as well. Now let's just make sure that price stuck. It did. And then fries we'll put in there as well. And there we go. Okay. Happy with all of that. We need to get our other rides established here. So right out of the gate, we're going to put this right in the direct front of the park. We'll throw on a line for it. And then the pathway. The paint job is terrible, so we need to fix that. Yeah, I know guests can't get to it. We don't have any guests right now, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, and we'll take yellow, I think. Alright, so we're going to do something like this. Alright, that's a super long line that I think will work for this ride. Okay. That's fine. Thrill rides, we have this little guy, which we're going to put up here. Let's see. Well, we have to see if that was actually going to work there. It's not. It's up a little too high, which is okay. We can deal with that. Put our exit over here. And then we can get that into place. Get rid of that spot. It's not my favorite ride in the world. Well, I should say it's not my favorite ride in the world in this game. I actually really enjoy this style of ride in real life. It's one of my favorites, but in this ride, or in this game, it doesn't really pay dividends for things, so that's okay. All right, let's see. We have $17 left, so we're absolutely going to have to take out a loan. Now, let's just get some of the basic stuff built in there. Oops, I built that one a little. Oh no, I did build it fine. It's okay. Okay, and then we're going to lock off this area here so that people don't try to go up there. Alright. So we have a little area over here, and then we'll have area back here that we can build in. And I'm actually pretty happy with the general layout of the park so far. It's not particularly complicated or special, but it goes through and gets the job essentially done for what we need to have. So this right here is not a good idea. I'm dropping that straight into the food area, which is probably not the best of plans, but that's okay. And then we can do something like that. And I'm cool with that. Alright, so then we'll go in here, bring the speed up a bit. We'll test it out and get ready to pause. Looks like we're okay. We're going to paint this because the white just doesn't make any sense there. There we go. Blast zone. I don't know what I'm doing. And then we can open that one up. Alright. We have some rides that should make us some cash, which is really all we're trying to do right now, is make some cash to get started with. And I'm happy with that. I might actually move these over here. I don't think it's really necessary, but I also want to have... I don't know. It's not really necessary. If we had a motion simulator or something, we could put it in there, but we don't right now, so... maybe down the road. Alright, one of the unique things about this park, as we're going through here, it's a relatively small area. It's like not the smallest park we've built in, obviously, but it's not big. But more importantly, when we look at it, we started with no guests, which is different because almost all the parks, I think, we've started with something. This one, there's nothing to go with here, so it's a little strange in that respect. But I kind of dig it because it really lets us, one, we can see that what we did or didn't do and how successful it was. But it also lets us put our own flavor on the park a little bit more so than what some of the other ones have. So hopefully here we'll get people on our nice new roller coaster, going to our nice new amusement park. And that we can build out all of the funness here. There we go. And basically what I'm trying to do right now is clear out a flat area for more stuff to exist. We don't have a lot of money, but we have enough to do some fun things here with down the road. We're just going to slow up on the construction of the land forming or the terraforming here because we don't have the money to do a lot with it. But like, see, we can get basic rides in here that cost us almost nothing. Let's slow the game down here for just a second. Yeah, that looks nice. Cool. Oh, I guess I should hire some people, huh? Alright, let's get rid of all of that. We'll go back in here. Need to raise that section of land. I actually think I'm going to keep that closed down, a shorter line there. And it'll allow us an exit path for another ride or two that exists there. There we go. Thought-wise of our guests, it's too crowded here. Where are you guys at? Well, yeah, it's the only area we have of the park so far, and it's really not even that crowded. Rotor Drop, not my favorite ride for this, mainly because we already have the ride that's going to make our guests sick. So I kind of want to hold off on that, but we could put a coaster in here. We have really small rides that we could put a coaster in, no problem, and have us make some more cash. Do I want to do that is the question, or do I want to build this out and put like a log flume along this small area here? Decisions. Or, we don't have a carousel yet. I could put a carousel in here, no problem. So I could put it like here. Let's see what that looks like. So I've put it in there and there. And then for the line, we'll have it wrap down that way. Okay, I'm cool with that. We'll open that bad boy up. And maybe we'll put a balloon stall. Because I think that, yeah, we have a balloon stall. Just need some more cash. We'll put an info kiosk here, a balloon stall, and probably a bathroom. Or a bathroom back here. And again, we have some built-in money here. We can get rid of all this pathing if we want to, and the theming. We could do that. I'm not going to, but it gives us some more options. At least a small bit of cash flow if we run into big problems. Hoping that we don't. We're already up over 300 guests, which is awesome, and I understand why they're saying it's crowded at that spot, because it absolutely is. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to move it up here. And the same with this guy. We're going to close it, and we're going to move it up there. All right. That opens up a little bit more space for us to do a few more small things. Nothing too big a deal. But more importantly, it hopefully is going to clear out this area of being as packed as what our guests were complaining about. And then we'll also open up another bathroom back here. All right. So Twister is making $16,000 an hour. I love this game. Our park profit has just absolutely skyrocketed, or park value, excuse me. Somehow we're worth over $100,000. Don't know how, but we are. And this ride has gotten a little bit more exciting with a few more rides and pathways close to it. This is kind of cool though. It goes through the castle, and the drop goes right through it and curves out of the way right before it hits the ride there. I like that. And we're probably going to need a capacity ride at some point here, because we are doing the job that we need to do. And unfortunately, that means that we have a capacity issue. When we start attracting more guests, we get more problems. So let's see what we can do to fix that particular issue. Alright, and that gives us a clear pathway up here, which means that we're going to have an area over here that we can build the log flume, I think is what we're going to put in there. You can see there's a nice clear pathway. So we could actually make that station somewhere over here and have it go up, do its thing, and then come back down. A coaster could also fit in this area really nicely. I don't think we're going to dedicate any space to that right now. But it's a thing that could happen if we needed to, which I kind of like. Alright, but let's deal with the capacity issue that we have right now, which is our most pressing concern. So we'll put that here and there. And the reason for that is we can put an entrance and an exit. We can have it go down, over, and this one can go down, over, and we can get our stuff in there. And then we will have that raise up immediately. Flatten out, turn, like so. And we're just going to have it drop down. And then we'll have it come back up. Alright, we have that. We can take out a little loan. So do I want to have this curve and curve? Nah, probably not. What I want to do though is do something silly like this. So we take up as little space as possible. There we go. Has come down to a height of 20, so this is going to be a big old drop. We can include an on-ride photo section. Then it can drop into there. We'll have it turn. That's not going to work. So turn like that. There we go. And then 3 and 3. Yeah, that'll work perfect. There we go. Alright, I'm happy with that. Let's see, how many boats do we have? 17. We can get up to 20. Okay. I don't like that. Okay, let's turn off that and leave whenever somebody else comes in. Let's see, what do we have announcement-wise? We got go-karts, road drops, top spin, and launch free fall. Okay. And that's our... oh no, where's boat 1? Okay, we'll take a look at boat 2 as it goes down the drop, just to make sure that it does its thing. Whee! Splash. Okay, it comes down to a stop before it gets to there. My concern right now is that when it comes down this main drop, they're not going to slow down before they get to this section. So that's what we got to take a look at and make sure that it doesn't do that. As long as it doesn't, we're in great shape. But if it does, that's a problem. And we'll figure out how to address it later. This whole area here is going to just be lined for this ride. One of the things I like about this ride is that, or the style of ride, is that the ratings don't really seem to matter all that much. And you can just kind of build what you want. And if the ratings don't check out, it's not a big deal. You can just either reconfigure it or add some theming or just relax and it'll be fine. Alright, so here comes our big question mark. We have it here. We need to see where it comes down to slow down because it reaches almost 40 miles an hour. Okay, nothing big deal. It stops the high speed stuff before it gets to that turn. Okay, that's great. But man, that thing moves and I love it. And we actually are able to pay back a little bit of our loan already. Alright, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Let's pause the game real fast. And we'll do some quick math. So 128 divided by 20 is going to give us 6.4 seconds. So our maximum wait time is going to be 6. Our minimum wait time is going to be 4. We should be able to open that up with no problems. And then we can add that on there. And we'll get our other pathways established and put in there. And the world is a nice, happy, easy place for our park. Yep, we got a shifting balloon, which I'm not a fan of. And I love that it shifts all the way over here. Like, see, we still can't get it. Yep, doesn't want to go. Alright, no worries. I love that we have a line for this right now. That's fantastic. And it's not an optimized ride with stations and braking and all that stuff. Like, it's going to stop because this one has to clear, but it's okay. Still, it's now making $19,000, and that's the reason why you add an extra train. It's just that little bit of extra money that's not necessary, but it's awesome. That's what it does. It increases the operating expenditures of the ride just a little bit, but the capacity that you gain by having an extra train on there is just unmatchable. So, train cycling, we're doing our thing. We're already up to almost 500 guests. We haven't done any advertising. We've taken out $1,000 of loans because we just paid back our last little bit there. And now we have this guy, which is going to make us a buttload of money as well. So let's fast forward here. We'll keep getting more people into our park. But this thing with 4 trains or 4 people per log and then 20 logs, it has an insane capacity. We just got the 3D Cinema, which is another solid ride for this park. We'll probably put it somewhere over here. Let's see, so we'll just knock this mountain down. There we go. We'll put that. I don't have the money for that because I spent all my money on removing the land. That's okay. I can deal with that. But the reason why I'm putting this over here and not clearly open space is I'm just trying to balance out the idea of having a little bit more space for our guests. So we're drawing them to different areas of the park a little bit more. Nothing crazy, but just a little more options should help us out here. So we're just gonna do something like that, and let's see here. Alright, so that will come down, this will be flat, that will be flat. And there we go. 3D Cinema 1 is an ugly color, so let's go and fix that. Icy Blue, I think, is one of the ones we found last time. It looks really good. Lavender doesn't look bad, actually. That's a little too dark. Bright Pink doesn't look bad. Bright Purple, there we go. I'm happy with that. And we're just going to change that to Space Raiders, and we'll open that bad boy up. And we have our next attraction. Alright, this ride should be now making, 16. This one's making 18 or 19. There we go. I'm happy with all of that. This area here is calling for something else. If we can knock this down, I think Mouse Towers would fit really well in here. And that would be a very fun thing for me because I love Mouse Towers. It's one of my favorite pre-built rides in the entire game. I think it's just a fantastic ride compared to... I won't say that a lot of the pre-builts are terrible, but they're just not in any way realistic or kind of made for the actual people who would ride it. Whereas Mouse Towers seems like it could be a real ride in the game, whereas most of the others, the pre-builts especially, do not seem like real rides. So I'm going to take out some loans. I'm going to lower this whole area down. Oh god. That's the wrong problem with when you do this. There's no undo button. If you did it wrong, you just spent a whole bunch of money for nothing. And that's what I did there, and almost did right there. Okay. So now we have a whole bunch of flat land, which is awesome. Let's go back to normal speed here. And I'm hoping and praying that we can get Mouse Towers built in there. And real quick, I just want to see... We have Motion Simulator. We still have more throw rides available to us. Fantastic. So let's go to Mouse Towers. Yeah, we can get that in there. No problem. Look at that. That is easy choice. We need $3,000 to do that. How far can we go? Oh, we have plenty of headroom for our loans, which is always great. Mouse Towers, we'll go in and do our construction. And I'll say this every time I play this game. If you do not know what I'm doing and why I'm doing this on this particular ride, build it and find out. But essentially, the ride's going to get stuck if you let it run at capacity on repeat if you don't put in those things. So that's why I put them in there. It's the hill I will die on, and I'm okay with that. Alright, so we're going to build in our little pathway here. We're going to get the motion simulator set up there as well, as long as we can afford it, which it looks like we can. And I am very happy with this little park. It's performing very nicely for us. It's not the fanciest park I've ever built. It's not even probably all that great of a park, honestly. But I'm digging all of the stuff we've done to it so far. We've added 2 roller coasters out of nothing. We have a log flume that's just insanely popular and making us bank. This ride is going to make us some money. This ride is not that great of a ride, honestly, but it's making us money. What's wrong with this one? Why are we not enjoying this ride, folks? Do you want to go on something worth throwing? Okay, I can understand that. Why are we not going on this one? Oh, they do like it. Okay. I think we've just taken up all of the other space. Ooh. Alright, we need to fix the line on this one. Yeah, let's just double check. That's only 4 minutes. Okay. Alright, so that's going to go over here. And you will exist only for that ride. Okay. Cool with that. Open this one up. It's at 6.8. This one here is at 7.3. So there's a differentiation there. And we're good pricing wise. We haven't added many guests since we last talked about guest numbers. We are just about 400 now. We're just over. We're just about 600. But hopefully, our new ride there, or rides, excuse me, will bring some more people in. We also have this little clearing here, and we're gonna have to. This is gonna be one where we're gonna have to push it. See what we can exactly get. Because we've used up roughly half the space. If we, I say that, but we haven't touched. I'm considering this sacred ground. We're not going to touch it. Who knows if that's accurate or not, but for right now, I'm not touching that area, and we'll see what's going on. I legitimately have no memory of this park from when I played this game originally, so that's a little weird for me, because usually I have a pretty good memory with these things. Like, some of these parks live and breathe in my soul. This park absolutely does not do that. I have absolutely no memory of this park at all. Alright. So let's speed this up here. We have more people flooding into the park. I would like there to be more, but that's okay. What is our goal? 1,400 or 1,200? 1,300. I wasn't right on either account. But we can see that we're getting people in this park, and we're being able to pay back our loans. So we're being successful with all of that stuff. We have swinging inverter ship. Alright, so we're back to general rides and roller coasters at this point. Interesting. Not a ton of thrill rides for this park. Ooh, it's my favorite color scheme for the swinging inverter ship. So I think I want to put that right here. The exit path built right there. Entrance is not going to be all that complicated. There we go. But what we will do is we'll put in info kiosk right there. And we only have, well, oh, we have 3 bathrooms. Okay, I don't think we had 2, but we have 3. We're doing fine. How many people does the swing inverter ship actually hold? 12 passengers. Okay. For some reason, I had in my head that it was only 8. That's not too bad. Thrill ride wise, we don't have a pirate ship yet, which is not the best ride in the park. We have a scrambler or a twister. We have a launch free fall. I don't know where I'm going to build this quite yet. What I've done in the past is just built inside of this wall and just had to go through the whole interior part of that wall, which is actually really a lot of fun, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. We have top spin, which I haven't put in, and then we also have the roto drop, which I haven't put in. But everything else on there, for the most part, has been built. Flat ride wise, or should I say general ride wise, we have the carousel, we have spiral slide, and we have the Ferris wheel. We don't have anything else quite yet. We will get there. Don't know where I would put like this. It's an unnecessary ride because there's nowhere to put it. Same with these guys. I don't know what I'd do with those. I guess we could put a ride back in here. Especially now that we're out of some of our other choices. Or possibility, should I say, that we can build one of these bad boys without too many problems. Alright, now let's paint this. Alright, that's all well and good. Change the name. Built on little exit path. And then we can build on the actual line for this ride. Boop, boop. Okay, nothing too complicated. It's not that great of a ride. 1, 2, 3, space. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. We're slowly doing the work. Ever so slowly. We have another 600 guests that we need to get into this park. But in all honesty, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. We've added a lot here for being only almost through our first year. And we're we're doing good. I'm pretty happy with this so far. We've added on. Money-wise, we're doing fine. I mean, we spent a lot of money our very first year here, but that's okay because that's what you need to do to build an amusement park. You gotta spend a lot of money. So we got a Tunnel of Horror, also known as Ghost Train. It really bothers me it's not called that. That would be a fun ride to run through this thing, which I may do. I think that sounds really fun. We have a roller coaster heading our way here soon. So let's see what that looks like. If we wanted to go ahead and build this inside of this ride, or inside of this particular area here. Alright, so it's going to do something like that. We can have it go up. We can have it go down slowly. That we learned from last time. I don't even know where we're at right now. What's our height? 20? Okay. What we're running into right now is paths that are inside of this stupid structure that are causing us problems, so we'll just ignore them. There we go. And then we'll just swing it around like that. Entrance. Oh, you suck. Okay, that's a bummer. We'll figure it out. We got a looping coaster coming our way, which is awesome. That will help us out so much in this park. Let's see. Oh, we can put lots of cars on this thing. Let's test it out and just see what it looks like. Oh God. Of course we crashed this ride immediately. I am really bad at building these things. Alright, so no more drops of 2 or 3. Alright, so I need to go back in and rebuild it. Alright, let's go in here. Alright, let's see what we have. So we're going to go like that. We'll have it come out. That's fine. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3. Alright. I'll drop 1 and then alright, now can I drop it? Maybe we won't drop it at all there. We'll just have it go and do spinning tunnels. Alright, and we're going to have it drop 1 time there. I really didn't want to have an accident there. Alright, so drop one. And then we'll finalize it there. Okay. Let's see what that does. $20 cars, okay. Let's follow the first one here. It takes a long time for them to slow down. Goodness. So it's going at 16 miles an hour. And then it hits those guys. Okay. Let's just see what we can get going here. We still don't know what actually the ride quality is yet. But what we do know is we're making bank. Oh, that's 13 miles an hour down to 0 is just brutal. Alright, we got decent ratings on it. So it's 88 seconds divided by 20. It's going to be 4.4 seconds. So our maximum wait time is going to be 4. Our minimum wait time is going to be like 2. And we're just going to call it Tunnel of Horror. Because I'm not creative with ride names. And then we will have to build on entrance and exit lines. Alright, there we go. We can open that bad boy up. I love when the trash cans actually line up with everything. That's very fun when that happens. I know you want to go on something more thrilling. It's okay. But look at us. We're at almost 800 guests. And we could easily put in a really nice steel coaster in here to do some work for us. This bad boy making consistent money. This bad boy is making consistent money. This bad boy making consistent money. And I think it's a good value, so we can actually goose that up a little bit. Alright. Now, in a perfect world, I'd want to connect this line over here somewhere, but we can't. I really like the loops. Now, I'm really interested in putting in a road drop somewhere in here. One, I don't like how many tower rides we have. We have 2 already, which seems already more than most parks have. They usually have 1. This will give us 3. But I'm going to build one anyway, because why not? Actually, hold on. I'm going to put it there. Exit over here, the entrance over there. We'll test that bad boy and see what it does. And we got mini golf, which is a ride we haven't explored at all in our playthrough of this, but I'm not a big fan of that ride. Well, not a big fan of that ride for this particular park. It just doesn't make sense for this park. We don't have any flat land to do stuff. We also don't have a lot of space. Alright, that all works. We'll open that up, see how it does. And let's go ahead and advertise for the park itself. We have $2,400. So we'll do 6 weeks of advertising for the park itself. Hopefully that will bring us some rewards here. And we desperately needed an additional handyman there. What we can also do is a shuttle loop would work in here. We have a nice area here that we can build up and then have it go out, and it doesn't interfere with anything. So that's our next step, I think, because it's easy, it's quick, it's cheap, and I like it. Alright, let's just make sure we can get it to fit. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Let's see, our handymen are very busy. That's going to be as much as it goes for that. We'll do an on-ride photo section because, nope, not brakes. Can you imagine going down a drop and then immediately hitting brakes? That would be the worst. Alright, we're going to continue this going straight, mainly because we have this wall here. That's going to be a problem if we don't. We'll loop it to the left. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I love how that fits in the park. I think a blue is going to fit. Feeling blue. Alright, that looks good. Yellow train. Full of yellow. Speed this bad boy up. Reverse incline shuttle mode. Oh, I guess I should build an entrance and exit. My bad. Entrance, exit. We'll test that bad boy out. Then we'll build this stupid line going through there. We're just going to call it Looper. Stand-up roller coaster. We haven't had one of those in a long time. Is that the cool one or not the cool one? It's not the cool one. By the cool one, I mean the B&M version of it. Alright, so we opened up Looper. Let's see if we get any guests on it. We're paying down our loan very nicely. Looper seems to be a hit. We won an award somewhere in there. Best value park in the country. Of course we are. Alright, and Log Flume is starting to get less people in it, so we're going to take out advertisements for free rides on the Log Flume. We'll bunch that up for 12 weeks for $600. That makes amazing sense. And we have just $1,000 left on our loan. So money's not the problem for us right now. We are quickly approaching 1,000 guests, which is what we need to do. But I imagine we're also approaching the point where we're running out of cash. Yeah, 28. People are mostly feeling sick. We have a lot of people who already complained about the park map, and then we have people who are saying it's crowded. So we definitely need to provide areas for our guests to do more stuff and have more space. We could build out here, make a loop, and then come over here and then back down. That's probably going to be in our cards a little bit. What is that? A little bit here, but let's go back to normal speed. Get all of this back down. Alright, I'm cool if we can build something out here, over, and then back down, and then build a ride somewhere in that space. Changing land is just so expensive. Alright, that looks good. Alright, so what I'm planning on doing here when we go back to normal speed is going out here, over, and constructing everything back. So just trying to clear out some of that initial space, so we have some additional room for our peeps to exist and to not be jammed up by being quote unquote crowded here. There we go. Alright, I'm happy with that. Now we're just going to get the pathing built on there. We'll get some food set up farther out here. Another set of bathrooms. Alright, that all looks good. We'll get this bad boy right there. Get another set of bathrooms. Like so. We'll build on balloon stalls. Change the color so we can tell where it came from. And then we'll build on some food areas here. Alright, that looks good. We're approaching 1,000 guests. We really, I think, need one more solid coaster, and we'll have this one, mostly one, I think. Bringing in plenty of people. The people that are leaving are happy and out of money. That guy spent $85 at our park. Goodness gracious. This one spent $74. Yeah, we're milking these people for all they're worth, and I'm okay with that. Alright, so let's go in here. Let's see if we can build a nice little stand-up coaster. Not my favorite style of coaster to build, quite honestly. I'm not very good at them. But we'll see what we can do here. So first off, that fits the bill. So we'll do that. Turn, turn. See, can I have that come down just one spot earlier so it avoids that ride entirely? Yes, I can. And we've cleared all of our financial obligations, which is kind of amazing. Oh, not a corkscrew. That. Loop left. Yeah. There we go. And I'm going to make this the most, I don't know, boring coaster I can. Nope. But turn like so. We're just knocking down this hill here. We'll bring it into some brakes. Actually, no. Let's have it go on to an on-ride photo section. We'll do that. When we come down, and then we can have it do its thing. So brakes. And we'll block brake it up. And then we got to figure out the best way to get this ride to end. I think we're going to need a little bit more space to do that with the right bend. So we need 2 more spaces. That might be difficult. Maybe not. Okay, I can put a block brake at the end there. Alright, we're gonna only run 2 trains on this, because it's definitely not like the most exciting ride in the world. 2 trains is more than enough. We'll speed that lift hill up as much as possible, test that out, and see what happens with it. And while we're waiting, we can repay some of that loan. Alright, it's barely going to make it through this loop. There we go. Little bunny hill there, which is probably horribly uncomfortable. Not as uncomfortable as that one. And then hits brakes. Ooh, I don't like how slow. There's no reason for it to slow quite that much. Alright, let's test that again. I'm going to call it stand free. Why? Because, I don't know, the world's a weird place. We're at 1,000 guests in our park. I'm hoping that we're closing in on the end of this one, but we'll find that answer out here shortly. No, stop doing that. There we go. No! Why is it not letting me build where I want to build? Okay. Flat. Angle, angle, angle. And I realize I'm paying far more attention to the line of this ride than I should, but that's okay. There we go. Let's take a look at the ratings. Medium. Okay. $4 sounds fine. Let's pause it. 54 seconds. 54 divided by 2 is what? Hold on, calculator. 72. perfect number. So we're gonna round it down to 75 or 25 with max of 22. Wait for full load. Open. Okay, cool. I'm good with that. Put that in its place. We have a reverser roller coaster, which we built last time, and it's a pretty good success. I was pretty happy with that overall ride. So let's do an advertising campaign for the park itself. How much will it cost us to do it? $4,200. Take out a little loany loan. Speed that up. And I was not intending on building a stand-up coaster there, but I'm okay with that result. Let's go back to normal speed here, and we got a circus ride in there. So we'll do something like that. What I love about the circus ride is its capacity. So open that ride up for $1, and it just gives us 20 or 30. 30 guests. That's fantastic capacity for a small park. We don't want it. Have it. Probably we're going to put it in. Have it. Don't want it in this park. Have it. That's a good ride. We need to put that in somewhere. Don't need it for this park. Have it. Have it. Have it. Okay. Do I put this ridiculous ride in? I think we're going to. We're going to put it in all the way over here. Even though the green is horrible. We'll do that. Oh, there's too much yellow. Let's go with like a white or a black. What looks better, white or black? I like the white on there. It pops just a little more. Keep that as is. Go in with the red. We'll open that bad boy up. And what are people saying about this ride? What are their thoughts? There we go. I probably could have put another corkscrew somewhere in there. Like once it came here, put a corkscrew. If it, well, we could have had it come in closer, pour a corkscrew in, and come in. That probably would have been a better choice, but we didn't do that, and that's okay. This ride, what are people thinking about it? Let's do an advertising campaign for that and just give them free rides on it. What is it called? Tunnel of Horror. It's so different. I'm so completely thrown off by that. How are we doing on this one? Back up to making 12. This is making 5. Wow, we got a line for this one, making $20,000 an hour with a 6-minute wait. That's amazing. Trains are just cycling out of there in most beautiful fashion, and we have space for more coasters, and I don't think there's any more flat rides we really need to put in. Ooh, we got bumper cars. Heck yeah. We haven't built bumper cars really yet, have we? Or they're called Dodgems in the original game. But we can get those in there. No worries. Put that in over there. We'll paint that. And let's go with pink. No, that's too dark. That pink's better. And we'll just put a little line on there. And we'll open that bad boy up. Alright. I'm very happy with the shape of this park. We have lots of people leaving us right now, but they all are happy and all have no money left over. So like this guy, happy, no money. 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 That's what I want. We had a great time and we robbed you blind. Hopefully our advertising campaigns are going to bring lots of people into the park. You can see we're already +4, almost $5,000. And we have nothing to worry about at all with this. Let's see, what do we have that doesn't have a line on? This guy. So Blast Zone is going to get free ride vouchers. For 12 weeks. Okay. Pop that balloon. It's really hard to pop balloons when you speed things up. But I think we have a park that's well enough that we don't have to worry about anything. I haven't looked at Open RCT. One of the old tricks you could do was just go in and build theming and say, hey, you can't leave the park. Now it's a really easy way to goose your numbers, but I don't think we need to right now. We have goosed this park just fine. We have won the mission. We have got the scenario won and done. And I'm very, very happy with where we're at. I think it's a pretty cool little park that we didn't have to use up all of the space. And we were able to maintain all of the peoples. So folks, thanks for joining me so much. And I appreciate your time. And I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.